Can I say good afternoon or is it good morning? What can I say? Good morning. Hello, come on in. Come on in, come on in. I just got this quick message. I can't be here too long. I'm on my lunch break. But listen, I got this message for those adult children, those children, young teen children. I got this message for them. You may want to send this message to people you know, because this is wisdom speaking. I got this download this morning. And I want to make a disclaimer. This message is not for you. If you're the type of mother who's abusive, if you're the type of mother who is narcissistic, if you're the type of mother that do not apologize, if you're the type of mother that don't try to seek understanding, this message is not for you. If you're the type of mother that always says, this is just how I am, and you think that you're always right, this is not your message. Make sure you play the entire message. Do not take this message and edit this message out, because I'm giving my disclaimer. This message is not for mothers who don't know how to apologize, who don't know how to say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. This is not your message. This is not your message. This message is for the mothers who are doing their best, who are doing the work on themselves, who are healing, who know that they may have made mistakes in the past, and who knows how to apologize. This is for the mothers who know, who knows how to say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I was wrong. Not those do as I say, not as I do type parents. I'm not talking to you. This message is not for you. This message are for the mothers who are dealing and healing, and who understands that they're not perfect, who understands that they're not perfect, and who understands apologizing to their children, who understands trying to make their rights right. This is for these moms. This message is for them, to their children, not to the ones who honor thy mother, not y'all type of mothers. I'm not talking about y'all, because y'all use that honor thy mother as a way to bully and keep your children restricted and keep them in bondage. I'm not talking about them mothers. I'm not talking to those. I'm talking to the ones that, like I said, know how to apologize. And you will try to make right your wrongs. And I'm not talking about the ones who cater and bow down to their children every need. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm not talking to you all who's afraid to call your children out. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones who are mothers, who's going to teach and tell their children right from wrong, whether or not that child likes them or not. This is for those mothers and the children. And this message is for the children of the mothers that I talked about in the latter part of this conversation, like early, the latter part. And I noticed there is this trend on TikTok and the rest of these places where people are, where children are, and I understand. Listen, I can understand this, where children are going no contact with their parents. And I don't know everyone's situation, But I dare to say the parents that these people are going no contact with, I dare to say they have this mentality as if just because they're the mother, they don't have boundaries. They don't respect their children's boundaries. They don't know their place now that their children are adults, or they never confessed or admitted to their wrongs and tried to make it right. I bet it's those ones. But what I want to say to the children who got parents who are, and I'm talking about mothers now. If you got a mother who is trying to understand you, who is trying to, who not only trying, who is loving you the correct way, who's developing a relationship with you, don't let your jealous family members come between you and your parents, you and your mother, you and especially the mothers. I can't speak for the fathers, but I've noticed this. It happens a lot in families, and it's happening a lot in just the world, where you have people that are jealous. I'm going to call this out. I woke up with this on my mind. You have people that are jealous of the relationship you have with your mother. And they'll come between that. They'll come and drive any wedge they can. They just like the enemy, the devil. They'll find any way to slither in and create havoc between you and your mother. They are jealous because they don't have a relationship with their mom. They are jealous because they are not loving and caring. And you have a good relationship with your mom. You have a good relationship with your parents. But you're taking on someone else's dysfunction because all they have is drama in their relationship with their parents. And because you're their friend or their relative, you listening to all the chaos they have with their mother, and you're taking that upon yourself and creating havoc between you and your mother. And you don't have that problem. Because your friend's mother relationship is this, and your friends and her mother relationship is so dysfunctional. You want less dysfunction because that's all you hear. Don't let these people come in between y'all. You and your mother got a good relationship. No, the relationship is not perfect. No relationship will be perfect. Well, it's going to be perfect, but y'all get along good. When y'all do things or say things, you apologize and you get over it. Don't let people come driving the wedge between you and your mom because of their jealousy. You got a good relationship with your mother. Y'all laugh, y'all do things, you go places. But because they don't have a relationship with their mother, that grandmother is coming between you and your mom. Them aunties are coming between you and your mom. If these people are not telling you the right thing to do, they don't have your best interests. Listen to this wisdom. If you can run to your auntie, you can run to your grandmother when you're doing things that are out of pocket and they don't correct you, they don't love you. They want to be your friend. They want to be your friend. They want you to like them. But I've told all of my children, I'd rather for them to hate me for teaching them the truth than to love me for allowing them to live a lie and live reckless, and I don't say nothing. Some of you never had an issue with your mother until she started holding you accountable, until she started telling you what you were doing was wrong. And some of you are so naive and you lack wisdom and understanding, you turn to the very people that don't care anything about you, like your mom is going to care about you. And now a lot of the trust has been broken. You cannot return to your mother. You can't return because you've allowed people who were jealous, people who were envious of you and your relationship you had with your mom to come between you all. You allowed the envy and the jealousy of someone else to destroy your relationship with your mother. And now they don't create havoc between you and your mom, and they going about their business. You can't depend on them to be there for you. You can't depend on your mom now to be there for you because you don't burnt that bridge so bad because you allowed people to come in and get in your ear with nonsense and foolishness and jealousy. This for the moms who doing right. It's not for y'all narcissistic, Jezebelic, demonic, jealous, don't want your children to do better than you. I'm not talking about them moms. I'm talking about the moms who sacrifice and want their kids to rise above them, who wanted their kids to go further than they ever went, who want their kids to outshine them, outgrow them. And y'all children sit around and let these people come between y'all and your moms who gonna have your back. Because just like on these TikToks, you got people that are going no contact with their parents. You got parents that are going no contact with their own children for their own mental health reasons, their own, safety. And you guys out here are allowing people to drive a wedge between you and the person that got the heart to love you unconditionally, no matter what. Who will be there for you no matter what. Y'all out here letting people and their demonic spirits to come in between the very person that'll be there for you, or that would have been there for you. Because like I said, some of these parents are just like, you know what? I'm not going to drive myself crazy. I'm not going to let my child run me in the ground. And they're throwing their hands up. They're giving their children, let God deal with them. Praying for them and just letting them go. And some people will be against. You got some people out there would say that they'll never turn their back on their children. They'll never do this. They'll never do that. And rightfully so. But a lot of people are not being put in the place. They don't have the shoes. They're not walking in the shoes of the moms who are trying to raise their children right, who's trying to encourage them, motivate them, pray for them. And I'm talking about adults. I'm not talking about little ones. You're gonna have to be there for them little ones. You're gonna have to be there. You're gonna have to do all you could until they get adult, become an adult and going on their own. No, I'm talking about the ones who old enough and know better. You encouraging them, you're supporting them. Y'all mothers taking out loans and getting in debt. All of this. All for that child to get to where they feel like they don't have to listen to you, or, they allow someone else to cause them to disrespect you or turn against you. Now you're public enemy number one. All because you're trying to tell them the right thing. Hey, Keisha. All because you're trying to tell them the right thing to do. Now you're public enemy number one. And these people are allowing other people to transfer their thought processes and mess up the good thing you have. They're transferring their hate and their ill will because they're so hateful. They don't want you to be happy in your situation. And you guys are, some of you are straight out here. Keisha, that other live, I posted that in the group first. And then I just changed the settings on the ones that's talking about Kingdom Financiers. You wouldn't get a notification on that because I just changed the setting. I posted it in the group. I let it, I let my group members, you should have received it. Yeah, I let the group members view it first, and then I released it to the public. It's been in the group for like 3 days now. I don't know if you've been in there. But yeah, some of you all let people mess up your good thing. Because you got a good relationship with your mom. You can laugh with your mom. But when she's serious, you can't cross that boundary. You can have a good time. And people jealous. They don't ruin that for you. They've ruined that for you. All because of their selfishness. Their misery. And now some of you got to live with the fact that you allowed someone else to destroy your good relationship. You're not going through anything that no other mom and their child goes through in life. And now you allow them to come in with their how she is sayings because your mama got expectations and standards for you to live by. You don't have to live by them, but she's just trying to guide you in the right direction so you can have a good life. And the one thing about people, let me tell you this. If they are not living a good life, I don't care if that is your grandmother. I don't care if it is your auntie. I don't care if it is your favorite cousin. If they are not living a good life, oh, they gonna do everything to make sure you don't live a good life. They gonna sit and watch you fall, create your own destruction. They gonna sit and watch you self-destruct with popcorn. They gonna sit and watch you self-destruct and sit and watch you destroy the relationship that could have sustained you to help push you forward so you can be successful in this world. Them fools gonna sit and watch you and laugh at you and talk about you, and they were the ones to help destroy you. But then they gonna go and dust their hand off and brush their hand and want to put all that blame back on the mom when they were the cause. Instead of correcting you, they enabled you. Because if you would have ran from your mom to go to your grandma, she would have corrected you if she loved you. But you got to look at your grandmama. If your grandma not doing good, some of them so evil, they don't want their grandchildren to do good. Y'all live around some of these grandparents that talk down on y'all, say you wouldn't be this, say you wouldn't be that. Y'all been around them aunties, them uncles that ain't got nothing going on, and they don't want you to have nothing going on. They don't want their nephew to do better than them. They don't want their niece to do better than them. So they'll sit there and egg you on and enable you in your dysfunction. Instead of saying, no, nephew, no, niece, that's not the way to be. They'll sit back and talk about you. Them same aunties and uncles sit back and talk about you. Them same ones sit back and curse you. Put curses on you. Put their mouth on you. You're not going to be anything. Them be them same ones. All while they don't destroy your relationship you had with your mom. Your good relationship you had with your family. They destroyed that. Yes, they did. They destroyed it. Now you sitting back looking po-mouth. They don't ran somewhere. They don't ran doing their own thing. They somewhere don't find somebody else to destroy. And now you want to try to backpedal, but you can't backpedal because your pride is in the way, and you don't know how to say, I'm sorry. You don't know how to go apologize to your mom and say, I'm sorry. I tried to destroy you, ma. I lied on you, mama. I was upset. I was mad and angry, and I wanted to hurt you. You don't know how to go do that. But instead, you want to try to go move forward in your life, and you wonder why things are not happening for you. And I'm going to say this to the disobedient children, to the ones, I'm not talking about the ones, right? I'm not talking about y'all parents who don't respect your children. I'm talking about the children who disrespect their moms, and they know their parents doing all they can for them. They know their parents good to them. They know their parents will be there for them. I'm talking about these ones, okay? I'm not talking about them narcissistic, Jezebelic, can't say sorry to your children parents. Can't say sorry, oh, it was my fault. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the parents who know they doing good, who know they try their best to raise their children the best they know how. I'm talking about to these mothers. And I'm not cursing nobody. This is the reason, right? And I'm not talking about the ones that use this obey your parents with a way of control. I'm talking about the ones that use, and I gotta go, but I gotta say this. To y'all who disrespecting your parents, who's not honoring your parents, I mean the loving parents, the loving ones, the ones who want the best for you, the ones who want you to do better, the ones y'all disrespecting y'all parents. Even if some of them they got hell in them, right? Y'all just showing your days. That's why most of y'all parents are burying your children. You don't understand why you burying your children It's because they're not honoring their parents. They're not honoring you. They're not honoring you. They're not honoring authority. They're not trying to do what's right. No parent wants to bury their child. So many parents are burying their children and they don't understand why. I'm going to give you one revelation. One of the revelations is they're not honoring you. They're not respecting you. And I'm talking about the parents who are loving with pure hearts. Y'all burying y'all children left and right. But I got to go. Y'all be blessed.